100. I started seeing money eyes. Even though it's just like 100, but like 100. That's still enough. That's pretty good. I mean, what's better than zero? 100. Any money or $1. I gotta say I'm in the mood for a little bit more. Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if this is your first time. Today is gonna be another story time. If you have not watched my other story, I mean, it's not really, it's not at all relevant or to this story, but this is gonna be my second one. If you want to watch my first one, it was about my eating disorder house, so I'll get into that one. But this is gonna be my second one, and it's about when an Uber driver tried to kidnap me. And I'm being serious about this. Okay. So first of all, I was stupid. I think 18. And I didn't have my license. Okay, the thing is, I didn't get my license until I was like 20 or 19. Yeah. I think 20. I don't remember. So basically, I was like, I got into Uber. So I was working at Target. Okay, I need to get my straight facts and everything. Sorry that I'm all over the place. We'll get into it. But I don't think I've told this story before to even any of my friends or family. But we're gonna get into it because I just remembered about it. I don't know why. But yeah. So basically, I was working at Target. I was living in Washington State at a time with my aunt and uncle. And it was around COVID time. And basically, I had my family would pick me up and drop me off at Target where I worked, but it was like there's times where they're like, that's not possible because they have a job too and other things, and they were just like, okay, like they were encouraging me to get my license too, so they're just like, we're not gonna help you too much. But so I was like, okay, I'll just take Uber because I mean I got paid well and I didn't have bills to pay, so I was like, oh, I'll take Ubers. And so I took an Uber ride, and I believe he was also Ethiopian, and that's what sparked the connection with the Uber driver. So I got in. He said, "Oh, are you Habesha?" Which is what we are. We call each other Habeshas in the Ethiopian community, and maybe even Eritrea. I mean, even Eritrea too. So I was like, "Oh yeah, I am." And he just like sparked up a conversation. He's talking, and I was like, yeah, da, da, da. He's talking about his kids, and they're abroad somewhere in the Europe countries and playing football and doing this and all that, just like bragging about his family or his kids. And I'm just like, oh. Then he's talking about how he's like doing this part-time because the stage where like the stages at the time, remember, with COVID, like everything getting closed and stuff was closed, and I guess he was like in a jazz band or something, and he just couldn't do that. So yeah. And we're just talking, and I was like, yeah, I take Uber rides here and there. Like he's like, oh, you do it like a lot? And I was like, yeah, when I go to my job, I work at Target, all that. So he would drop me off, and then he came up again for my next ride. I was like, oh, okay. He said, about, what's your Zelle?
I feel so alive! Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-chingery. Money, oh money, how I love thee. Cha-ching, cha-chong, cha-changaroo. From pennies to dollars, any amount will do.
Anyways, I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And so basically I was like, oh, thank you. And I sent him my Zelle, of course, and he gave me actually $100. And I was like, whoa, okay, I appreciate it. Then he proceeded to say, I can even, stop at a cafe if you want, do this. I mean, I'm sounding like this is sounding good. This is sounding, but is this hard to believe? Like, is this too true to be good kind of situation. He said we could stop at a cafe if you want, do this. I was like, oh, I'm good. I just need to get to point A to point B, you know. But like, I'm just like, I'm being cautious as well, and so, you know, we this freaking gnat, get away, get away, shit. So, oh y'all, look, I made my little matcha. I love matcha and I always make it. I mean, always get it at cafes. So talking about cafes, I always get matcha. So I make it at home now. But back to the story. So yeah, you just like all that, and I was like, oh, I'm good. And then now I'm going to Wells Fargo for me getting my card and all that stuff, or just getting. Oh, I was getting a credit card. That's what it was. And so I was at Wells Fargo and everything. I took an Uber again. Guess who showed up? The same guy. He did. I was like, how is this happening? Is this a coincidence, or what do they do on this app? Like, do they know who they're picking up and all that? And I'm just like, oh, hi again. So I go in the ride, and he was like, I would love to take you out and take you somewhere. I'm like, oh, okay. Sure. I don't, I don't want to be like, I'm in his car, I'm in his property, so I'm just like, yeah. It was nighttime. It was nighttime. I think it was like on a Saturday. I was in my bed and I told him that I'm willing to go with him that day. I'm in bed and he texts me. He said, I'm here. I look at my window and his car's in the driveway from my room. And I was like, oh, he was serious. He was fucking serious. That bitch was gonna kidnap me, I swear to God, if I went into that car. I would have been stupid. Like, I was like, oh, like a free meal, a free this, or free that. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I looked at the window and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so busy and everything like that. And then he drove off, thank God. And yeah, it was crazy times. It was crazy times. But that's the end of the story. Thank y'all so much for listening. This is pretty short because I'm not trying to like make it so dramatic. I don't lie about my stories, by the way. It's just like, but this was the story of my Uber driver. Just like, who does that? Like, have y'all had an Uber driver just be all that? Like, I'm just like, what happened? But how did that happen? But yes, please subscribe if you made it to this at the end. And I did cut it short, but I appreciate all the views and everything like that. Love you guys. Bye.